Before awakening, we typically don't appreciate the mental nature of ideas, instead taking their content to simply be real. We take ourselves to be one of these ideas in particular, the idea of you. After awakening, ideas, including the self, are seen for what they are. Mental events arising here and now in awareness. This typically goes along with a feeling of huge unburdening, creating feelings of ease and joy in life. Over the course of weeks, months, or years, this ease typically begins to fade as the old habits reassert themselves. This is our opportunity to resolve these patterns so as to integrate the awakening and to live from non-dual truth to an ever greater extent. This involves going into the emotional content underlying our attachments and feeling these emotions in an embodied way. Bringing awareness to these challenging spaces results in less internal division and greater psychological integration and overall harmony in the long run. Now, there are nuances when it comes to how we do this, but it really comes down to an ongoing inquiry into authentic experience. But here we're inquiring in a different way than when pursuing the initial awakening. This is where dealing with attachments becomes really important, which takes us into the emotion space, as mentioned. First, we have to deal with the kinds of attachments that relate to our own personal history, but ultimately we have to go into the really fundamental attachments to how we perceive and experience reality. To inquire into perception in this way, we simply let attention move into the areas of experience where some form of delusion is still operating, but we do this in an open, relaxed way. I call this approach surrendered inquiry. Finally, unexamined beliefs can serve to block our progress here, so sometimes it's necessary to directly inquire into such beliefs to discover the attachments underneath them, and this is what we do with belief practice. Overall, all we're doing here is seeking to see ever more clearly and authentically, whether it's in the space of emotion, perception, or cognition. The result is that we abide in fundamental well-being and non-dual clarity to an ever greater extent.